Yo, cheek you a little bit low, bro.
You low.
Check.
Welcome to Three Beats Later, your favorite weekly beat making podcast in his house, in the building, on the internet. Thank y'all so much for being with us. I'm one of your hosts, Piso Ertone. I'm here with Cheeky CP, Education Beats, and Grim Heat Smith. We are Three Beats Later, and every week we bring to you some amazing tales of beat production and songwriting and a lot of things that you guys want to know about music production. Just a bunch of friends who like to make beats and like to talk about stuff. So thank y'all for being here with us. How y'all doing today?
I was cool till you said the friends part. I don't know about that. Some weeks I don't know if we all friends, man. Y'all be dogging me, man.
We're about to not make friends with E because how about them Bills, P? Huh?
How about those New York Buffalo Bills?
You know what?
Bills.
Buffalo football Bills.
They did a great job. You know what I'm about to do for y'all though? I'm about to jinx y'all. Right
No.
You ready?
No.
Bills for the Super Bowl. Hey. Every time y'all say it, they just start messing up. Wow. So I'm gonna just say it for y'all now.
You know, it's crazy.
We don't say it.
I was watching the trailer for the new Whitney Houston movie they're doing, and Nicole reminded me, she's like, yo, because they have a scene of her singing the national anthem. They're like, yo, that was the Bills Super Bowl.
That's right.
Like that she did.
Did
that,
we win that
I
one?
was like, you're very funny, brother. Yo,
wait. Speaking of cameos of Buffalo, and the Notorious B.I.G. documentary on Netflix right now, Lil C's has on a number 17 Buffalo Bills jersey.
Oh wow!
Right, and it's crazy because
what documentary?
Like in the 90s, the Notorious B.I.G. I forgot what it's called, but it's on Netflix. I watched it last night, and in the scene, in like a clip from the 90s, Lil C's is like in front of the camera. He has a number 17 Buffalo Bills jersey on.
Wow!
I don't know who that was at the time.
I wasn't Josh 17? Allen, but that's wild.
Was Frank right? Number 17.
Daryl Talley.
He was 14, I think.
Andre Reed or something. Wow, that's full circle right there. That's crazy. Word. What other weird Buffalo things? Bruce Almighty was like all about Buffalo. There was something I was watching.
It was filmed in Toronto.
Oh, Sandman. The new TV show on Netflix. That's actually really, really dope. I actually think even Cheeky might like it. It's actually that dope.
He said even Cheeky, as if Cheeky doesn't like dope stuff.
It's in there's a whole episode in Buffalo, New York. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. And I remember actually from the original comic, I believe it was also in Buffalo. So I was like, oh shoot, shout out Buffalo.
Yo, that movie, which was trash. It was so bad, was filmed in Buffalo and it came out like last year.
Nightmare Alley.
Oh, so bad.
I like that movie.
What?
I like that movie. I thought it was good. I thought, you know what it is? I like the second. I like where it went. That movie.
Man, that was so bad.
There's a second one. There's a second one.
The whole time I'm watching this movie, I'm like, what the fuck? Is this real? This shit got like.
It did feel a little aimless at
What's
points.
The name of it?
Nightmare Alley. It has what's his name? Bruce.
Is this yes?
Or no? What's his name? I can't think of the actor's name. Bradley Cooper.
Bradley
Cooper. It's a Guillermo del Toro movie. So
he was in Buffalo.
Yeah, no, it's actually shot in Buffalo, like Shades. The art district, City Hall's in it. They do a whole scene inside City Hall because it has that old architecture. So it's movies from like the 1950s.
Oh, so there's horses and stuff in this movie, right?
I think there might
it's
be
like they're
if that's the case,
it's like here's the thing.
I was downtown when they were filming it. I didn't know what it was.
It might have been. Yeah, it was like turn of the century.
Yeah,
they took all the like turn of the century architecture, like down whatever the City Hall or whatever. It was like half of it was filmed there.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, don't make movies that include a lot of carny stuff. Just don't do it.
Yeah, you know it's funny. I'm not a carny. I usually don't like carny stuff too. I agree with you, but that's why I like the second half of the movie when they leave the carnival and it becomes kind of like this weird, like murder mystery or not murder mystery, but like a kind of more of a suspense type of movie. Nicole didn't like it. I thought the movie is salvaged by the end because I'm not crazy about the beginning, but the end of it does kind of bring it together. in an interesting
Sounds like I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's
movie.
honestly, I don't highly recommend. It's not like a movie where I'm like, yo, you gotta watch. It's just, yeah, it's.
I don't highly recommend it. I just partially recommend it. You should watch it if you have nothing else to do.
Yeah, kind of. If you or you just want to see how Buffalo because they do shoot a lot of Buffalo, scenery and architecture. And I think the what you call it, the cemetery scene was shot in Forest Lawn, I think, too.
Yeah,
it's like a time capsule. They use Buffalo for a time capsule.
Yeah,
but wait, what didn't this shit get like nominated for some stuff too?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those artsy movies that the old critics, Academy critics love. Because it has that classic Hollywood feel to it. So that's they're
terrible, terrible neo noir psychological thriller. No, terrible. Sorry.
Thank you.
Wait, say that one more time.
Terrible.
Reminded me not to.
Terrible. But how about those
psychological thriller?
Yeah,
is that a category they made up for that movie?
That's what the shit says on Wikipedia right now.
Wow.
How about
they were just. Oh, okay, keep going. Sorry.
I was just. I mean, if you want to talk, say anything else, I just wanted to talk more about the Buffalo football Bills.
I mean,
and how I'm very happy. I'm very happy with these 2 wins, but here's the issue: we suffered too many injuries. We also have the next 5 games is the hardest part of our whole season. I mean, we got the Dolphins who are red hot. We got the Ravens. We got the Packers. We got our favorite team in the world, Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead. I mean, the next 5 weeks are rough. But once we get past these next 5 weeks, the rest of the season is kind of cake.
Yeah, once we're 2-7,
we're good. Listen, man.
Once we're 2-5, we're golden, man. Once we lose these next 5 games, sky's the limit from there.
But I think the season is structured in our favor because I'd rather have these tough games up top because you really want the second half of your season to be, that's when you really roll into that postseason. That's so, true. If we lose a couple of these next few games, I'm not going to be that mad at all. But I don't know, man. The way the Bills are playing right now, barring injuries, I can't. They're kind of unbeatable. The Chiefs are like the only team who has a shot. Or if the Dolphins surprise us, man.
Thanks,
if the Dolphins surprise us, they could.
We appreciate you watching this show.
Tua and Tyreek Hill could surprise us, but aside from that, and aside from the Chiefs, I don't really see anybody giving us any type. The rest of the NFL don't look that impressive this year.
I mean, y'all every year y'all make these predictions, and the teams we're supposed to beat smash us, and the ones we're supposed to lose to, we win.
You have to talk
every
year.
But this team is different though.
I've heard that for the last 23 years.
This team is different.
Listen, Bills fans should be happy on game day and quiet till Super Bowl. That's the only time they get to talk is game day and Super Bowl. That's it.
Super Bowl win.
No, even if they make it to the Super Bowl, I'm fine with that.
No. How you listen when you make it to 4 in a row? You can't be just being fine with making it.
Nah, you listen. Participation trophies for Super Bowls count.
No, we're not doing little league trophies. Either you win or that's it.
I'm gonna cut in really quick and keep the show moving here. Just give a recap. Big shouts out to Q, Rock,
East Coast, West Coast.
How much of that trip do you remember?
It was a really short trip. I was in LA for about honestly, it was 56 hours.
How was that game at the stadium?
I mean, the whole thing was crazy. So just as a recap, flew into LA, linked up with some friends, and me and Q met up at actually a friend's bar. It's that bar that is the Star Wars bar, the Scum and Villainy.
Right, Scum and Villainy, yeah. Shout out the Fat Man Beyond podcast with Kevin Smith. They do that from that.
That's right.
From that space. That's one of the few podcasts I actually listen to every single week. So that's dope that you were in there.
Interesting, P.
And it was funny because we were supposed to go and do go to this party at night. It was a Bills backers thing or whatever. And and me and Q were there with my brother and my buddy, and we were playing the nerd trivia that they had going on.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time we were playing it, we're like, damn, man, if the rest of the crew was there, we would have destroyed. It was
all you
actually,
needed was me.
it was like the one category or the one round was like all MCU stuff. So every single answer was an MCU movie. And then another round,
I would have destroyed that round.
Yo, it was hard though. Then they had one where it was just music from different Marvel movies. So you had to like know what scene it was from.
That seems like a perfect 3.
Oh, that'd have been great for me. That'd have been great for me, man. I don't yeah. Movie score, yeah, that's all. Give me that.
And then me and Q actually ended up going to that party. Let me see. I have another photo I'm gonna share really quick. And this is when
did you get to kick it with Addison?
Yeah, he actually went to the game with our like whole crew or whatever. He's buddies with our friend in our little Bills backers crew. Addison was there. He put on that party actually. Let me see if I could share this screen. I don't even know why is it not letting me share. Share.
You're not. It's probably because it's
Bill
Bill stuff.
Cool. That's me and Q again. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
This is at the party. This is so Addison put on that.
Yeah,
party.
Both of y'all hats look like y'all. yeah, definitely had indulged in whatever at that point.
But our buddy was DJing there. I actually ran into some old friends that actually moved out to LA. So that was a cool time. It was a cool time. Shout out to Q.
Q Rock.
Yeah.
We got to get to the West Coast as a group, man.
And Q's girl also had like tons of really good things to say about our show. And she has some really cool ideas that we have to follow up on, by the way. So shout out.
Definitely shout out.
So that's a quick update on the trip to LA.
Yeah, before we get into the music, I just want to say something about that picture, those 2 pictures you just showed. Just think about the fact that he lives in Cali. Had we not had this show, we wouldn't know Q.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that this guy right here is now part of our tribe, part of the team, part of the crew, you know, we got people like the Fingers who are regulars as well. Vortex regular as well. And it's amazing that these people are all over the world. We got people in other parts of the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's really amazing that we're able to make these connections from this platform. So I just wanted to, big shout out to everybody who watching, who comes in regularly. And, if we get a chance to rock out with you in person, we'd love that too. So, what I'm saying, drop your location if you're watching this on replay and let us know where you are. You know what I mean? Because this is a connection that was made right from the show right here that you're looking at.
Yeah, it's crazy that we have been on like 100 episodes. Q is on at least 80% of those. And we have yet to meet in person. That was the first time we met in person.
Right.
Crazy.
That's dope.
All right. You want to go into the music? What was the beat challenge? Who gave it to us?
It was given to us by Ricotrap, aka Rico Exotic. And he said he wanted us to make some dance hip hop.
A TikTok inspired dance track, right?
Oh, he said that?
Well, I think the way he put it was like,
oh,
the way he put it was like, hey, all the dances are, going crazy on TikTok. He's like, what can you guys make something that's like a dance track?
Please hold while your party is reached.
The number you have down.
Right. The producer you have reached is not successfully.
What do you mean? Is that not what you made? What you
Of course I did.
Okay.
I mean, TikTok is subjective, so yeah.
There we go.
Of course it's TikTok. So so we got 3 beats on 3 beats later. So we should do a wheel spin. No dummy spin since P don't got a beat.
Listen, the dummy spin don't got nothing to do with me. The dummy spin is 3 beats later tradition. The wheel requires a dummy spin.
Grim, you gotta let the wheel decide.
You gotta warm the wheel. Gotta let the wheel warm up.
No.
Yeah, we
gotta can I just like opt to not this time, please?
What do you have against the dummy spin? That's actually more awkward. The fact that I want a dummy spin, the fact that
you're the
you
only one
refuse
against
it is actually pretty
You're
short.
the only one
Because what
against
did the wheel do to you, bro? What did the dummy spin do to you, bro? To hurt
When I
you?
want to go first, it makes me go like last. When I want to go last, it makes me go first. The dummy spin always throws it off. So,
All right, here comes a dummy spin. Right at you.
That's what I was, you could have did the dummy
watch.
spin.
Power.
See? Now it's gonna pick me next.
Okay.
So you don't want to go in first.
I don't
Okay.
mind going first. But
You
I'm
ready?
Just saying, like,
This is
yeah,
it.
Let's go.
Ladies
All right,
and gentlemen.
let me just hit the share button. So
Dummy spin always works. Yes, every time.
Mute your engines, guys.
Psychic powers.
He said, "Let me hit the share button." Why? Yo, bro, you gotta just give in, dude. Just give in to the dummy.
Yeah, I will.
Give in to the dummy.
All right, I'm about to start playing this beat, guys. This TikTok inspired dance hip hop beat. Here we go. All right, there is my TikTok inspired
Dude.
hip hop. What
Yo,
P?
E.
What P?
E. Nah, I can't let you go out like that, bro. Play the rest of the beat, dude.
All right, so I'm gonna break it down too. So I did the bass, doubled up my bass with
What is that, like a Wurlitzer or some shit? Like,
for my bass.
yeah, that's
No. So I have my bass with Moto Bass. Big shout out to Moto Bass, my unofficial sponsor.
Hello Moto.
Hello Moto. I also have Surge doubling up the bass. So the original bass sound is just right here. So that's the original bass sound, but then I doubled it up with Surge, so it give it a little bit of an electronic feel. Then I threw in an offbeat piano. And I wanted to pick up another piano that put it on. And I threw on my strings. And my accents. And I chopped up a sample, a cymatics loop. So I'm just gonna play the low end real quick for Cheeky, because Cheeky always dissects the drums. So here's just a snare and an accent on the drum part. So here we go. And that's the beat, guys. Really just wanted to enjoy it, had a lot of fun with it. But these are my two favorite parts right here. Just the strings and the accents, kind of dope to me.
Yo, this is a very fun beat. It reminds me of early Timbaland.
Yo, that's exactly what I was
Um,
going for. Do you know what song I was going for though?
No.
Oh man, okay. He has a song with Twista,
Mm.
and it's called "Who Am I?" and it's on the Live from the Basement album.
Mm.
And it's him and Twista, and the beat is very, kind of like active like this, but it always made me dance. So when I thought hip hop dance, I'm like, what makes me dance in hip hop? And that's the track I went to.
Yo, what is Surge?
Surge is
Serge. Is it
Serge?
Serge?
It's Sergey. So Surge, I broke this down a couple times. I'm gonna break it down one more again for y'all. Surge is a free VST that has a ton of sounds, man. Basses, brasses, chords, effects, keys, leads, MPE, pads, percussion, plucks, polysynth, sequences, etc., etc., etc. And each one has a ton of joints in it. Leads and plucks, I think, have the most. And it's just like ridiculous, bro. It's like the sounds are crazy, but I typically either use them as like the accents over like the chorus for like a lead, or I'll put it under my bass or under another instrument to kind of fill it out and make it more thick. But
so you just use that as kind of like a effect for that one sound, because you said you put it on.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I put it on. I mean, sometimes I let it play in the lead depending on the type of track, but a lot of times I beef up the bass with it. I like modal bass a lot. It's very thick and live and real sounding. But when you want it to not sound like live bass, you kind of want to add some kind of synth to it. So I usually use Surge and pick a sound that sounds bassy, but I'm able to, make it blend well with the bass, so it's not just sounding like this.
Right.
So now it has that extra feel to it versus just that. And then this by itself is like, it has its bass too, but this beefs that up. So yeah, that's really what I use it for, man. It's kind of like an accent thing for me.
And what about those two vocal samples?
I should stop sharing. I should just
yeah.
give it that. The Chiki's like, no, come back. So listen about that. So I use Exhale. Exhale is this vocal sampler. One of the best VSTs that I ever grabbed, just because it's so flexible. It has so many different things, and you can mess around with all of the sounds. And so I went in there because I'm like,
Kontakt native instruments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was I got this about a year and some change ago. But the sounds are just really, really dope in here. And I always kind of find something to accent my beat with. So this was
yes. And
Yep, these are both. So both of those came from Exhale, different patches, but
yes. Yo, I need to get that.
I think it has multiple seats. Dang, I stopped sharing again. I think it has multiple seats, so I have to check and see if I have another license available. If so, you can grab it. I'm not sure if I gave one to Grim or not, but
that's funny because I was looking for something like that in my beat. I'm like, I just need some vocal shit in here, and I just didn't want to look.
Yeah, so go ahead, spin that wheel, roll that beautiful beam footage, man.
Let's do it. Good stuff, man. I love that. And it
appreciate it.
Definitely Timbo inspired. Okay. Here we go.
Ooh, Shaka.
Shaka CP. Shaka CP. Shaka CP.
Shaka cup.
Shaka.
Shaka cup.
Shaka.
That should be a new vocal drop.
Okay.
That beat was dope, but man.
All right, let me get going. Okay, cool. So, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, mute your engines. Here we go.
You're muted. You're muted.
That's it. That's the beat. What did I do here? Let's start from the top.
Yo, first of all, listen, hold on a second, dude. Now, I need you to go back and just start that over again for me.
What? All right. Run it back.
All right, we can stop it. Listen, bro, I swear on everything, I feel like the 80s video games and cartoons came out with a movie together. Like all the great cartoons. I'm talking about Pac-Man. I mean, all the great games and cartoons, Pac-Man, Popeye, Tom and Jerry. It sounds like one theme song to 80s cartoons and video games, but the 2022 version of that movie. Like I hear
Okay.
Pac-Man, I hear Popeye, I hear like that. Oh, I feel like there's Popeye in there, like doing this thing. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up as you break down the.
Well, I am what I am. All right, here we go. What is this? So half of this was made on Beatmaker 3. That's what you see in these 4 tracks. And I wanted to make it like really just dumb simple. You know what I mean? Like really kind of cheesy. That's what I was going for. So you got the digital kind of vibe going on with this noise here. I played this out on the pads and didn't quantize it, so I kept the feel. I was like, whatever. It's not on the beat. You'll hear it push and pull a little bit. Right there, it's like a little like at accented 16th notes. And then I got more digital weird noises, which is kind of what I was going for, which is what you hear right there. That's kind of crazy, right? Here it comes again. So that's like the base of the whole beat. And I'm just thinking like, what are people going to like make a stupid dance to on TikTok? A bunch of bleeps and blurps, right? Am I right? This is just a clap track right here. So nothing crazy there, just claps. Pan a little bit left. I took like a loop and chopped it up a bit and made this together. This is like the bulk of the beat right here. Just huge sounding stuff with like a quick 16th note kick. Do-do right there, right? And then made some real simple hats. I didn't even mess with the hats, like 8th notes. And then for the second part, it's 16th notes. I was gonna make it, more modern sounding with like a lot of, but then I was like, no, that's not me. That's not me. And then I've been messing with like a bunch of different vocal things, and this is, I was just saying, I wanted like a vocal sample in there, but I couldn't find Exhale, nor did I own it. And I was like, I'm just gonna do this. Woo! So let me break that down. That's a bunch. That's a bunch of different stuff. It's just me going ow, and then the big thing that's happening here is I'm using, this is called Manipulator, which makes you sound like really sub-sounding, like deep voiced, and it has a bunch of different crazy effects on it. And then I use this, which has a bunch of like a chorus effect. And then I put some like reverb and distortion on it. Did some crazy stuff with reverb. But that's on the left channel. And then on the right channel, it's the same exact sample with just different effects. So that way they don't like clash with each other. So when you listen to them both, it sounds like really growly and raspy. And that's just like a lot of the distortion and crazy shit that I put on there. All together now. So I'm just hoping that, maybe somebody wants to take that and make a TikTok dance off of it. Cartoon TikTok dance.
Yeah. I like, again, Popeye, the movie, the theatrical live movie 2022 version, 2023 version. When you see him walking down the street, arms all big, he just strutting. I swear that's all I hear. That's all I see in my head.
Yo, all
It's
of these,
happening.
all these beats were.
I'm
made.
thinking more Brutus or whatever.
We don't talk about Brutus.
Brutus,
God.
we don't talk.
Oh my god.
Yo, what did you just go make, bro?
We got some aromatic gin with hibiscus.
Oh, what?
What?
That's some
What
Jersey
type of-
shit. What did you just say, dude? We
This-
have
this is a-
aromatic gin with hibiscus.
This is
That's something I want you to be healthy, but I'm gonna kill you.
Right. You're gonna be the healthiest dead
Roots of
motherfucker
what?
alive.
roots of ruin. Roots of ruin.
Oh my god.
Man, I thought that said
It's
Game
a-
of Thrones.
It's a very nice what do they call it? Not floral gin, botanical gin. That's what I meant to say. It's a
Yo, they're
botanical
running out
gin
of shit to do, bro.
with some
Organic?
lime seltzer, some
Is it
fresh
vegan?
lemon juice, and some little bit of grapefruit juice. So,
Hibiscus. Oh
So
my
you're sipping out
God.
a challenging and tonic with a taste of
What
lime.
is it? What's
Yeah.
going on, man? They had hibiscus.
And
Yo,
no,
okay.
this is a nice little cocktail right here.
All right, say it again. Say it one more time from the beginning what you said. Aromatic what?
Aromatic botanical gin.
With what?
Called,
That's a Dr. CB drink, man. It's a Dr. CB alcohol.
Oh, Dr.
beverage.
CB at the club. Yo.
oh, by the way, I
Pow.
really like the beat cheek. Check
Beat
check us
Cheek.
check us up. I think it's very I think you killed. I definitely think when I think of the TikTok videos and everything,
Do
it
you
definitely has
Popeye
the
in
whimsy,
any
the
way?
whimsy. It's whimsical
That's
is the
whimsical.
word I would use to describe the beat.
Yes. Yes, I want whimsical. Okay.
Well, he said I want.
That's the way you describe a beat when you use aromatic gin. That
That
beat was very whimsical.
Yo, all these could be used for these are all like we got to put them in a folder. Whimsical beats for sync opportunities.
Whimsical.
Whimsical, yes, whimsical.
I've
Emphasis on
learned-
the
How do you spell that? How do you spell that?
Whims.
WHIMSICAL.
Whimsical.
Does whimsy have a Z?
Whimsical.
When you say whimsy, does it have a Z in it,
No.
or is it with S? Is it S?
Whimsical or whimsy?
Whimsy.
Whimsy.
I've never
At
said
whimsy.
whimsy.
This is DJ Whimsy.
DJ Whimsy.
Whimsical.
It's so whimsical right now.
Pow, pow, pow.
All right, man. Grim, you don't need no wheel spin, man.
Don't.
He said, I don't.
Yo, heavy on the whimsy.
Heavy on the whimsy.
Okay.
Okay.
Mute up, guys.
Yeah, this beat better be whimsical, bro.
I don't know about whimsical. Whimsical. Whimsy. All right, that's all I got. I'll give you a quick breakdown. I used a studio for my bass. See if it don't jam up on me. But
Yo,
let me see.
all of y'all played y'all beats. I mean, was part of the challenge to make the beat as short as a TikTok video?
Yeah, that's the whole point. It's 1 minute, bro.
Oh, okay. My bad. Because I be getting into the beats and y'all be ending them.
Oh,
and
I'm
stuff.
sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No, that's all
Don't
good.
apologize, man. He not as whimsical as you. That's all.
Whimsical.
Yo, I looked up the definition of whimsical, and it's kind of funny. It's
Is it applicable to what you said about his beat?
playfully quaint or fanciful. especially in an appealing and amusing way.
Wait, why the definition make you have to look up definitions?
What does that word?
What? Why the definition gotta be in like
Oh,
college level terms?
The second definition is even worse: acting or behaving in a capricious manner.
Yeah, just break down the beat, man. This is
Get to the beat.
We'll get back to that definition.
Back to the basic words. So I use studio.
I use studio.
Studio 4 for the bass.
Yeah, you hear that ice clinking though, son?
Oh, come on,
Oh.
Grim. What?
Ooh,
What?
come on, bro. That should be in the beat right there.
You know that outside the clubs, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
You in line and your
Yeah.
song
Yeah,
is on, you mad as hell.
Definitely in the
Three
parking
people in
lot.
front of you.
Is that filtered or is that just the plugin?
This
Is that
went out to
filtered?
smoke a J, and I'm like, oh, they playing my joint.
No, that's not. Well, yeah, it is filtered. Let me see. And let's take a look. Yeah, slightly filtered. Little.
Grim
yeah.
got the grimy
Now,
drums.
I did 2 different slap masters for more.
Grim got the whimsy beats.
Like a whimsy beat. Got the whimsy beats.
Mad fanciful, yo.
Oh my gosh.
Capriciousness on deck.
So capricious right now.
Oh,
my
man.
god, man. It sounds like a little skinny kid just making beats.
Dude, that's what happened when you ain't on the show for 3 weeks, man. We
I
gotta,
know,
we
bro.
gotta, you know what I'm saying? Welcome back.
Whimsy beat.
Yo, Pete, you gotta mute yourself when you take a sip of your drink. Your drink is too aromatic for the show, bro.
Too aromatic, bro.
It's the botanicals.
Your ice is like, it has too much playroom, bro. Your ice is like, hey.
So many uppers, downers mixed together, bro.
It's too botanical, man.
Like, I'm gonna save you, but you're gonna die.
So, yo, all right, let me ask you. Okay, let me ask you a quick question. Why? Okay, when you, I don't know how to ask this question, but I know what I'm asking. Can you start the beat over and just play it?
Okay.
Just the intro, just the beginning of the beat. Yo, right there. Stop. Grim normally like lets stuff come in like later on into the beat casually. Like he normally teases you with the drum and the bass, right? He rarely has a vocal sample or anything like that in the beginning. So it catches you off guard knowing it's a Grim beat because it's like, oh shoot. If he doing this right now, what's gonna come next? And then that bass comes in, it's like, oh, this is coming next. And then he got the little melody, and it's like, oh, that's coming too. So I feel like when the scream was letting us know that this is about to be a hot ass track, like it was like, oh, like she's already feeling the beat, and she just came on. So I like that how you led with that because you normally don't, and I like that came out of your element for that. And then when the bass comes in, it's like yo, that's super dope. So yeah, I think we're gonna actually let you finish breaking down your beat without interruption.
Okay. So here we go. From the guy at the counter asking how to use the product. All right, here we go. Drums, percussion, snare. I think I got a snare clap in there. Some digital boom, bang, bing. And for the one sound in here, I have that's contact. What is that? What is this? Micro prism. Yes. With a little bit of RC20, I use the AU pitch on here just to speed it up a little bit.
Is that contact too?
Yeah, that's contact.
Okay.
Yeah. And what else we have here? We have another sound, I believe that's in the background, just the extra sound layered with that. It's weird. It's a layered sound, but and she is drunk. She's having a good time.
Ow. Yo, listen, I swear this beat is funky. Like, there's no way to describe this beat other than whimsical and funky.
Whimsical.
Like, whimsical and funky. P, what's the combination of those two words?
Physical. Whimsical and funky. Yeah. I don't know.
This is dope, bro.
It's gregarious.
I have two kicks. Two kicks. Just one over there. One on top of the other.
Yo, you need to do a master class on the low end of the track.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a quick question. When you layer those two kicks, right? First question, do you have two similar kicks or you get two different kicks? And second question is two different kicks. I'm guessing one that's more bassier, one that's more punchier, kind of. Now, when you EQ them, do you EQ them in different, like, do you emphasize separate decibels or whatever? I forget the technical word for it.
I would filter one. I would filter both of them, but I would filter one a little bit more. I would filter the punchier one more than the lower end one.
What filter do you use? Do you use
either I use this filter that's on here on
let me see what you got.
On either drum rack. I use this filter right here.
Oh, okay.
And adjust from here. You could go up. Or
so I thought you used the EQ8 for that, but no, you use a filter.
I do.
Okay.
I use both. It all depends on what type of depth I'm looking for in filter.
Okay, because I've never used it. I guess I don't really use an onboard filter. I do apply the EQ8 to all my drums as per the school of Grim.
Yeah.
But okay, so I should be employing that filter as well.
Yeah, I do the filter as well.
Okay.
It takes out a lot of the high end of it.
So you keep it low.
More. Yeah. Okay. And it's not for all of them, but if I'm layering, I like to filter out some of the punchy ones, some of the punchy.
Right. Do you use compression or limiter or any type of stuff?
No. I use DR. DS. DS.
What's that? Shaper? The shaper?
DS drum shaper. Yeah.
That is.
Oh shit! I don't use that either. What's that? Let me see.
You gotta buy that
secret sauce.
Oh, okay. Right. That's a plugin.
Right
Sorry, my brother. You got to get your own.
This right here is the Godsend.
What does that do though?
It shapes your drums.
Yeah, it shapes your drums. So it basically pulls out the transient.
Yo, mute E.
Snares. Your snares and your snares and your kicks and your hi-hat. So you get more transient sound instead of having a lot of the overhead in the wave sound. So it makes it pop.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Listen, the masterclass on drums.
Yo, I really think you need to do a masterclass on the low end, bro, for real, because your tracks be like tight. And it's not like it take a whole track. Like we be like 6 milliseconds into the beat. And we be like, oh shit. Like it ain't even a full bar yet. Like we just in it. But it pulls you in that much.
It's almost as if Grim has a low end theory.
Oh my God.
I mean that would really cool if he was, if he was in a tribe.
I'll be here all night. Thank you.
Come on.
He says,
slow down.
He's definitely on the quest. I think that.
Listen, I'm a dad. I'm a dad. No, I'm a dad now. So
no, that's not a dad joke. That's a Jersey Shore joke, bro. It's not a dad.
Stop with the Jersey Shore. I'm gonna dump your body on the Jersey Shore.
Sipping your aromatic gin.
Aromatic gin.
I'm sipping whimsical gin right over here. Feeling very fanciful right now.
Yes.
Yo, that's dope, man. I like it.
And that's it.
Grim, this is sick. And you know what? The sparseness. I think everybody has like a relatively sparse beat because we're only using like 6 tracks. You know what I mean? Everybody's beat was like 6 tracks. I don't know. Was yours 6 tracks?
I mean, if you don't count the other 4.
Okay. True. If you count just 6 of them.
Yeah, if you only count 6 of them, then it's 6.
You know, one thing it would be cool if we did, but we've never done this on the show before, is we've never listened to a beat that we like a lot and just like broke it down from like, from like reverse engineered like a Timbaland beat or whatever. I would love to reverse engineer D'Angelo Voodoo album because I was just watching a Questlove documentary. I think it was Red Bull Academy. They interviewed Questlove, and he was talking about all the different hundreds of tracks that he's played on, because Questlove has played on so many like amazing records you don't even realize. And he did the drums for most of D'Angelo's Voodoo album. And he was like, when he went into the studio, D'Angelo was like, yo, I want you to play the drums lazy and kind of drunk. Like, I don't want it, nothing quantized. Lagging. I want everything to lag. And he was like, he had never, in all of the years that he'd been making music, Questlove has always been like perfectly on beat, always locked into a certain type of rhythm. And D'Angelo was the first artist to be like, no, I want you to be behind the beat. I want you to be a little bit off. And every single drum pattern on that particular album, all the snares are stacked. So there's like a bunch of claps. There's a bunch of snare on every single one. And I'm just listening to this album because that's one of my favorite albums of all time. And I'm just like, yo, it just sounds so unique. Like, it has this weird, like, deep kind of like almost spiritual feeling to the drums, the way they were mixed on that album. I would love to just listen to that album with y'all and just break it down how the production is just so unique on that particular record. But
that might have to be one of the Zoom night exclusives, because we definitely can't do it on YouTube.
Right.
But that whole Soulquarians movement, man, was amazing. Like, so Soulquarians, man, that was just incredible. Like, the fact that they had a crew, like, that was their basement. Like how Timbaland had Playa and Missy and Genuine, they had Questlove and D'Angelo and Erykah Badu and all those people. Like, it was a whole crew of people, and it was like Jay Dilla and them. Everybody was in the same spot, and they had a session, like a location they would meet up at, and they would create music. Yo, pounds of sage and weed, bro. Weed and whatever D'Angelo was on. It was just, but it was definitely that whole, really, honestly, and I want to be fair here by saying this. I feel like Neo Soul is created by the Soulquarians.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're wrong about that. I mean, like, the Neo Soul, movement or whatever, it didn't go forever. It was like a very specific, period of time. Like,
yeah, and, the actual Neo Soul. They use the term loosely now.
Right.
But Neo Soul, as we know it, like Music Soul Child albums, Erykah Badu album, Jill Scott first album, even the Roots recreated their sound.
Yeah, I would say Maxwell's first album. Bilal had an album around there. Yeah, like
Bilal was in the Soulquarians.
Yeah, he was.
All those. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
Common was
Pino Palladino,
Q-Tip. Yeah, man. It was definitely dope. Raphael Sadiq was also down with them. Man.
Right. There you go, too.
He helped produce that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an amazing.
Ali Shaheed Muhammad too.
Lucy Pearl. They had that Lucy Pearl album. Yeah, no, I mean that was it's like, I don't want to say it's the best era of R&B, but it's my favorite era of R&B. Like I said, my two favorite albums, and I'm about to start a vinyl collection. The two records I'm buying immediately is D'Angelo's Voodoo and Erykah Badu's Mama's Gun. Those albums like really propelled me forward, like musically, where I was just like, also a super, super, super underrated album is Common's Electric Circus. I remember when that album came out, Common got dragged. And it kind of reminds me of how like things just kind of change. Sometimes as an artist, you just got to do what you want to do. And people might not understand or mess with it when you do with it. You might, especially nowadays, people want to drag and cancel and do all that stuff. But you just got to do what you got to do. Like I think about Kanye with 808 and Heartbreaks and how he got a lot of flack when he dropped that. When Common dropped Electric Circus, and this is when he kind of really went left with his whole swag, and he was dating Erykah Badu, and he was wearing all types of wild clothes and everything. That album got dragged so badly. But I've listened to that album from beginning to end a few times just this year alone, and it is magnificent. It is so friggin' good. And I remember when I don't know if it's his best album, but it is such a great piece of music. And
is that with Come Close to Me?
Yeah, that big. And it's funny because that record was like the most like mainstream kind of record on there, because that was a Neptune's track with Mary J. That was a single, but the album is very funky. It's very
Neptunes, right? It was Neptunes,
right? They had two
Neptunes and Dilla. Was it Dilla on the album, or
I don't know if Dilla was on that record. Dilla was all over that album, but Neptunes, Pharrell did that one record. And then they have another record. And the funny thing about it is the other Neptune's record on that album is completely different. It's so
They
like
went
left
NERD
field.
on that joint.
Yeah, they went straight. And the Jill Scott song on there is, that song is incredible, man. Like, I don't know. Just if you're bored and you need a quick album to throw on, I recommend just digesting Electric Circus. Or you might need to smoke a J before you do that, but you'll really listening to it now. It was
if it's legal. If it's legal in your state, of course.
Right, only if it's legal in your state. But it was definitely ahead of its time. And just know that as you're listening to this album, people dragged Common. People were calling it the worst thing he ever did. He was lame. It's just interesting how the energy, because nowadays how weird rap is, it would have been a perfect album for that's circa 2013 or whatever if he dropped it.
That's why he defended himself in they say he was like, they said the crochet sweaters and the crochet sweaters and something was whack. They heard the corners and they say now he's back. Like he was defending himself, which he really didn't need to do. He didn't need to do that. He didn't. Another person that I got a newfound respect for, man. And I know I publicly said that I didn't like this person. I didn't dislike him. I just didn't really rock with the vibe. Tyler, the Creator.
Wow. Well, I mean, you know what though?
Hey,
you're not wrong.
No, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to.
No, I thought you were gonna say.
Don't like.
I thought you were gonna say Doom. I thought you were gonna say
no. I'll never say Doom. So listen. So here's the thing. Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator plays the keys.
You ain't know that?
No.
You know he been producing. He been producing since he came out. But you know what though? Before you move on, like changing your position on Tyler is very natural, considering that he pivoted so hard. Mm-hmm. Like that Igor album, like is completely different than everything else he did, and everything he's done since then has been a whole different category.
So before you guys finish, I'm not talking about his music. I'm talking about him as a person. I love listening to him talk because he's such a wealth of knowledge.
He's created,
I still feel the same way about his music.
But
it's just
what
I still feel the same way about his music. But I understand his music. No, listen, let me finish.
Bro, he's the truth, bro.
You know, you guys are gonna let me finish my opinion, right? It's just an opinion, you know. It's just me.
Never talk over him.
It's just me as an anti-Bills fan. So listen, his music is so dope. His music is so dope, but it's dope in a way that you have to break it down to get it. And when I listen to him talk about why he created certain songs a certain way, it makes me understand them better. So like one song, he's like, listen, I didn't even want to say anything on that song. I just wanted to say a couple words, and you listen to the song and it's like, oh, I get that now. So it's like a poet explaining their poem. And then you go back and listen to it. It's like, okay, I get it now. The sky is not red, but you were saying that for this reason. Long story short, that's really whatever. So I like Tyler the Creator, and that's the beginning and the end.
So you're not a fan of the Igor or the Call Me When You Get Home albums?
Call Me When You Get Home album is really dope.
When You Get Home is nice.
Igor, you don't like Igor?
Igor's cool.
I like Igor even better.
Igor's cool. It's a very emotional album. Call Me When You Get Home is less emotional.
But the production on Igor is so dope to me. It is a lot of. I mean, you know, it is definitely a lot of emo rap, but it's also like the production. What I like about it is it's like there's nothing else that sounds like that. You know, another artist who kind of puts out this like wildly unique music to me is Childish Gambino, and he's another one who I wasn't really a fan of at first, but then that one album totally flip the switch on him, and his last two albums, and his last album that didn't have a name that no one's listened to because he didn't promote it, no album cover, no album name, no song names. It's just a blank white screen, and all the song names are just the time signature of the song on the album. So no, you can't even like identify any of the songs, and no one has listened to this album because he put it out in a way that was just like, you know what, I just want the music to be there and not anyone. It's really good, like, and no one talks about it because he didn't promote it. But
he's a beast, dude.
But him and Tyler, I put them in the same category where I wasn't crazy. I actually wasn't fans of them at all, really. And then they had one album that pivoted completely, and now I'm just like, oh, this is my ish. But yes, to echo Tyler's creative energy and his interviews and a lot of the stuff he's been saying and doing recently is really, really dope. And yeah, man, he's dope, man. Like I mess with him heavy.
Yeah, definitely give him his props, man.
And that brings us to the next challenge, which is
Oh, you bought it. You pulled up. You pulled up the. That's the album. Yeah.
Yeah, 3/15/20. I didn't even know that came out. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. He intentionally. I guess he did it as like an experiment. Like I just want to
Release some
drop an
music and see
album.
what
But
happens.
that album and Awaken My Love are those two albums together are just
Yo.
really, really, really dope. And I
This
actually
is
think you would
when
like him, Cheeky, because he does a lot of like Cheekettes type of stuff, like funny
Cheekettes came
singing
out.
and weird like lyrics and things like that. Like it reminds me of the stuff that you do a lot of the times too.
I'm
Cheek.
listening to
Check
that.
it.
this
Check it.
just
Check a
reminds me on how some artists have so much money that
they can just drop
they
whatever they
just
want.
drop whatever they
Yeah,
want.
it is.
Like,
These are facts. But I mean, like you look at Tyler, you look at Childish, and they're so much. They're so proficient in other avenues, and we all know, musicians don't make money. Like there's an Akon interview that just dropped recently that's been kind of clips of it have been going viral. It's really dope. He's talking about all the stuff he's been doing in Africa and everything. And one of the things he was just talking about was music as a business and just like being an artist. And he's like, unless you absolutely love making whatever type of music you're making, there's really no reason to become an artist. Like in the realm of being a musician, an artist is the last person to get paid, and it's just like as an economic movement, especially in 2022 when there's so much music being released. He said something like 10 million songs are uploaded to Spotify per day, which I don't
Yeah,
know if
man.
that's right.
No, man, it's crazy. It's a crazy
That
number.
sounds a little bit ridiculous, but if that's true, yeah, he was like your chances of like emerging and really like what artists and songs really break out nowadays. Like once in a while, you'll have a song that's super catchy, like whatever Harry Styles record is out there. But like, it's not like it was back in the day where there was certain songs you would hear all the time. Like you would hear like a million times on the radio. You would go to the department stores. You would go to the supermarket. You would hear it a million times. Everyone was listening to kind of like the same like 10 or 20 records. That isn't. Am I crazy? But that doesn't really happen anymore, right? Like,
Yeah, but isn't
like
that a good thing though? I mean,
it,
like the
it's a
fact
good
that
thing.
there's not just 10 albums or tracks in rotation.
No, as a music fan, it's fantastic. I love
Yeah.
being a fan of music
And
now
as an
because there's so
artist
much
though,
variety.
because you're saying that
Well,
it's less concentrated to 10
it's
people.
it's a cup half full because you do got to sift through a lot of trash to get to good music these days as well.
And I think that's where like more power has been placed in the hands of like the people who are like curating good music, you know what I mean? Like anybody nowadays could just go and start playlisting, you know what I mean? And like build that up. But over time, I think the people who actually put together good playlists like get some shine. And I'm just saying from
I
like
see what you're saying.
from taking that 10 million tracks and and
boiling it down to the actual like gems.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I just wish it wasn't. I don't like the playlist format as much as I like my era, which was the blog era, where there was specific blogs that you would go to and they would push the top stuff.
Though. But that's
but it's
I'm
mostly
not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying
right.
From all of this variety, like I talk about this with like friends and family all the time. They're like looking for good music and like, oh, I want to find music that reminds me of these artists, whatever. It's like that shit is there. It's just
absolutely
like you just have to look for it. And if you're just like a passive music listener, you're not gonna find that. You know what I mean? Or unless Spotify really like has a great
pushes it,
that pushes it directly to you.
But that's why it's great for artists like Griselda, right? Because I don't think Griselda would have been successful in the old music industry. In fact, I mean, Westside Gunn's been rapping the way he's been rapping since like the late 90s, right? Or something like that, he was saying. And he hasn't changed. Like I listened to some old Westside Gunn stuff and he raps exactly the same. I think it's just that now we have this new music industry where you can have these pockets of music and the fans will find it and the algorithms will push it and you don't have to be mainstream radio anymore.
Exactly. It's just if you are consistent and you have like an actual full like vibe, you know what I mean? Everything like, and you're consistent at that, like there will be fans there. You just have to like cultivate them one by one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But wait, so E had a bounce. Peace out, E.
Peace out.
I'm just gonna let everybody know what the challenge is because I got to bounce too. It was dropped by Metapop on September 9th, 909 day.
Oh, nice. We doing an official challenge this week?
We do an official challenge. So here's the thing. You got to take this, go to Metapop, and the challenge is called the 909 day challenge. And this is just taking all these samples that they provide to you, which is from the TR 909 machine. And this is like going to be vintage style drums, but you could do whatever you need to do with the drums and it says create a track at least 2 minutes in length, prominently featuring the characteristic sound of the TR 909, and you can use your own sounds granted you own the legal rights. Be prepared to show project files to prove original sounds. We've done a Metapop before. It's been a long time since we kind of came back. I think we did last one we did was, speaking of Common, was the Common remix. Yeah, that was like a while.
Which one's the Common or Timbaland one? Which one was first? Timbaland one?
I think it was. Yeah, actually, I think Common was. Maybe it was Common. Then we did Timbaland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been so long, man. But so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make tracks and show them next Monday, and we're gonna submit them. And if you listen to like what people say about these challenges, the sooner you submit is actually the better, because people wait to the last day. So your chances of actually getting heard by the judges is better if you submit sooner. So I'm going to submit next week once we have a track, but this should be fun because I actually don't know if I have a 909 sample pack. So we get a 909 drum rack throughout this challenge. Cool.
Let's see.
All right.
All right. How is that drink, man? It had to be good because this episode, all you hear is ice chinking.
The ice clink. Well, I'm hoping to create some samples. The ice clink is a really cool like drum sample, so y'all should go back and sample my ice clinking to make it a record. I'm sorry for messing up the stream. You know what it is? The ice cubes melt and they got small, so now they clink.
Cold as ice.
It's all good. You didn't mess up the stream. I'm just messing with you. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's the challenge. Anybody want to leave us with some last words?
Be peaceful. Be positive. Go Bills.
Hit the like, subscribe, share,
all that. Like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. And we're here every Monday, 9:30.
And all producers dumping these challenges too. Submit your beats, and we'll play them definitely.
Yeah, submit your beats. You could email them to us. It is 3BL at the number 3beatslater.com, or you can actually just DM us on Twitter or Instagram, and the handle's right behind my head at 3beatslater, and let us know if you got a beat. We'll play it on here for any of the challenges that we do. All right, y'all. It was good talking. I will see you on Monday. All right.
Peace.
Peace.